So March 31st, 2020, this is the first year of the bluebonnet garden. And you can also see the big red sage right here up front. Big red sage is there because sometimes the bluebonnets can get kind of ratty looking, but the big red sage will be popping right about the time the bluebonnets get ratty, and you have to let them go to seed, otherwise they don't come back. So that's one of the reasons for the big red sage. Right there is going to be a Celeste fig. You can already see the hole in the ground right there. Going to be a Celeste fig. And we've got some giant azalea bushes here with a Yaupon holly. I just put some Canna lilies in the ground right here. So we're going to have some red and yellow and red Canna lilies here. And these are Mystic Spire sages. Love these things. They just bloom from start till finish. They look great against the purple and the red. Easy to grow, no care. This is Salvia Greggii here. I've got one that's not really doing very well. It's kind of got a little, I don't know if it's mites or mold. Either way, I'm going to plan on treating it if I come back and it's still not better. The rest of them seem to be doing okay. But this one here is just, ever since I planted it, it's always had a mold issue. Maybe it's like a human with allergies. Forsythia sage or Forsythia sage there, kind of trucking along. Got some Pride of Barbados coming in over there. Actually, it didn't freeze back, and neither did the Esperanza. Look at how giant that is. It's way up there. It's at least 12 feet tall, if not 14 feet tall. It's really big, and they're already blooming, so that's really interesting. I think last year they had too much water, so they didn't bloom very well, but they should be pretty xeric and pretty established. This is the Gregg's Mist Flower. Gregg's Mist Flower is looking pretty good. You can kind of see here. It's looking pretty good. Got a few blooms in there. I just planted 4 more here, so I've got a few more mist flowers there. I've got a few more Salvia Greggii here. These were volunteers, or probably left over from the transplants. This is another Salvia Greggii here. And I've got 2 more holes for Salvia Greggii I'm going to fill in, so I'm just going to kind of fill in the salvias over there. Anyway, that looks pretty good, especially when you cover the sun over there. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. All right, coming over this way, we got the Salvia microphala, or it's more of a canyon sage here. So it's red and white. And it looks a lot like Salvia Greggii, but it's Salvia microphala. I love the red and white. It's hot lips. This is a sky flower, or Durante. You can kind of see the purple flowers on it. Really like the purple. Mexican bush sage has not come in yet. It'd be a little bit early for it anyway. Maybe May it would get warm enough, or maybe end of April. But all the Mexican bush sage is nice and big. Again, it didn't freeze back here this year, so everything is big. Even the plumbagos are big. Guys, it's not even April 1st. I mean, those plumbagos are giant. Compared to, if they had frozen back, they may be 6 inches tall right now. The firecracker ferns are looking excellent over there. And I like the backdrop of the Sago palm. The sky flower didn't freeze back, and it got enormous. Usually it freezes back and you cut it back and then it'll grow 6 feet tall and freeze back, so it'll get this tall. So you could see this over that. But if it's not going to freeze back every year, I think I'm going to have to move it. So I might move that over here. This is a sunflower patch I planted for one of my neighbors, Judy, who helps us out a lot. She loves sunflowers. And the border to our lawn is right over here, so I might just plant them over here somewhere. Yes, the plumbagos are coming in really nice. I've got several that I pinned down that are doing really well. But this is really the story. The tropical sage is killing it. Man, it's big and red and it looks great. Got several Texas sages here. But the tropical sage, I really wanted a patch of this. It's a hummingbird magnet, and you can see the red blossoms there, just kind of beautiful. And yeah, you can see the red blossoms of the firecracker fern, Sago in the background. Over here I've got a black walnut tree. It's massive, and it was this big back in the 1960s. So I want to plant a replacement tree. I've got some issues with the electrical here and the house, but after doing some measurements, a tree here would only have limbs 4 feet over the house. So if you think about the ends of you're not talking about the weight of a limb, you're talking about the end of a limb. So even if it does fall and hit the house, I think it would be pretty minor. So I say that because walnuts are known for being brittle. You can see it's not lion-tailed all the way up there because we just wanted to cut it. It's a very brittle tree, and those would break off and they'd have to be cut all the time. You can see there's one dying right there, dying from a storm. So something's going to happen with that. So regardless, you can also see the ends of the trees out there pretty thin. So got a replacement going on there. This is black and blue sage right here. Excellent, excellent flower. Love this flower. It's just starting to come in. This is really its first year. I planted it really late in the season one year, and I pinned all the branches down because I wanted others, and man, did I get a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, they're all over the place. 8. I mean, I got 10 or 11 of them. Speaking of 10 or 11, I got 11 Flamacanthuses. These are fantastic. This is hummingbird crack. Hummingbirds come here first when they're looking for something. So yeah, I didn't quite finish over here. This is sweet almond verbena. It's huge. I've told that it would usually de-leaf, or I've told it was deciduous. That's what I'm trying to say. But man, it's not even April 1st. It's got all the leaves. This is a cigar plant. And the cigar plant, or maybe cigar flower, maybe I'm saying that wrong. I don't know.